sincerely hope that you are enjoying the 820 episodes preceding these and hopefully the ones that follow this one. But more importantly, I hope this one delivers something of value to you. And it's my best I could ever give you. That in comparison to the previous ones before or the ones I might do going forward. But this one is the best I can provide to you today. And I hope that it's enjoyable enough for you to consider the value and how it could be applied to you on your journey towards your best resilience. Today's topic is called, What Do You Do? This is probably a part 2 of an episode of that same title. So what do you do is probably a question you might have for me in all these episodes and in the book itself, Resilience, the Beauty of Presence. That might be a question that would be easy to ask. What does this guy do besides put out these podcast episodes and the book and these workshops? So that's a title, but I guess it is intended for me to tell you and tell myself, what do I do? And I kind of gave the audience an initial summary inside of another episode. But today I want to focus on that question to me and to maybe expound just a little bit on that. What do I do? In simple terms, there's no long preamble or a manifesto here. I solve problems without providing answers. That's what I do. I solve problems without providing answers. So that is the original statement I came to. It wasn't like an epiphany, but when I asked that question, either in business or in casual passing in a local library or bookshop or Costco, I had to come up with that and search my heart to see how would I answer that question without giving a verbose, rambling statement about what I've done and what I've learned and credentials. This is very simple. 6 words. I solve problems without providing answers. Now, for some further context, in my profession, as a certified operations research and systems analyst, a process architect, a certified Lean Six Sigma black belt process guy, with a background in engineering and foreign languages, 3 of them, Spanish, French, and Portuguese, which I speak none of them now, embarrassingly. That can serve as a foundation of what I do. But those things do not really qualify as my credentials to say what I said about what I actually do by nature, solving problems without providing answers. So way before those entries in my resume, way before those events and those studies, I developed and discovered that trait or quality or approach to problems in my own life. No, I survived and succeeded in them, but not without flaws or hard lessons for me to take in and move forward with. However, always perfect in intent and sometimes on execution. But please remember, the definition of perfect, as opposed to flawless. Remember the definition of perfect, besides the typical default reference to Jesus being the only person ever to have that moniker of being perfect. Perfect, please listen closely. Perfect means complete or in the process of completing. Don't trust me, look it up in the Oxford English Dictionary. Perfect means complete or in the process of completing. So even early on in my growing and learning years, I have mostly conducted myself with a process and questioning focus. I always want to know what, how, why, breaking things apart, but not in sometimes a constructive way. Just see what's underneath, the outline or the structure that I'm working with. And some who have worked with me or have known me for a while might call me a contrarian, or sometimes I've been called a rebel, apparently without a cause. Of course, everyone has an opinion and has a right to make their own assessment of me. But of course, in true fashion, and being true to myself as much as I can be, I have to offer a perhaps contrary response to that opinion of me. And by the way, rebellion is the cause. Not without a cause, rebellion is the cause. That's probably included that in another episode, so check it out when you get a chance to. I do not intend or ever to just rebel or counter the de facto assumptions or mass conclusions on a subject. I don't do that. I just see things differently than you, and from a spatial, conceptual lens first, then into the contextual realm, and then, only then, into the content or details of an issue or problem. Thus, the short summary and expansion on the question of what do I do? Just as more views of me. The same guy you see hacking around on a golf course, the same guy stumbling on a trumpet on the band stage, same guy at Walmart, same guy leading a corporate business meeting, same guy eating one or two donuts and getting coffee, same guy attending a funeral, or in the divorce court, or on the surgery table, or in direct combat, or making a mean Mai Tai or Manhattan. I'm the same guy, with the same qualities and interests in every moment each day, with varying levels of problems to address. I solve problems without providing answers. But I must tighten that statement up a bit more. So instead of 6 words, a little more additive to that statement. I solve problems without providing answers, and with the value of original, sincere, genuine questions. Because when you develop and produce original, sincere, genuine, and curious questions, those questions, again, contain the very answers that you need to receive. No, you won't get them in an if/then arrangement or agreement. You have to form, speak, write, state those questions to yourself with courage, without arrogance or expectation, and move out positively in the direction of those questions. Perhaps you can see the whole concept to context to content concept process in what I do to that statement. And only slightly considering those fancy old credentials I mentioned to you earlier. It may seem like a big change I'm asking you to consider for your mindset. It is. It is. Because I asked you to defer to the baseline of our common resilience, to your heart set, to your heartbeat, where you find the love for what you do and who you are. That's what I do with the 820 podcast, the book and the presentations from Resilience, the Beauty of Presence, at work, on the golf course, on the band stage, in the store. Wherever I go, that's how I roll and respond. Let me know if you're in with me on that now. Sorry for the long episode today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I enjoyed giving it to you. Until then, stay present, stay current. is always 820.